A certain amount of anxiety is harmless, even desirable. Being anxious or nervous helps you to prepare to perform a task, which you may feel is beyond your comfort zone. There are many different varieties of anxiety: stage fright, panic attacks, fear of heights, etc. We have two choices when we are confronted by a stressful situation. This is known as the fight or flight response. We can control our fear and perform the task, or we can allow our fear to take over and prevent us from succeeding. Sometimes we find it hard to decide what to do, and we panic, we freeze. We become stuck in the moment, and we cannot go forward or back. Anxiety is usually a temporary response to a challenging situation. However, in some cases, the anxiety may be caused by ill health, bereavement, lost love, etc. Anxiety itself can become debilitating and leave us feeling helpless, emotionally drained, and deflated. Depression is a loss of hope, a loss of interest in life. You may think, I'm responsible for the problems in my life. Turning your anger towards yourself only makes things worse. Instead of feeling sorry for yourself, you need to fight back. You need to find the inner strength to take on the problems of your life one by one. Fear of failure prevents us from seeking success. Even if you are responsible for some of the problems in your life, you can change them. And those you can't change aren't your problem. Don't blame yourself for the mistakes of the past. Before you can put the past behind you, you must understand it and learn from it. At Remind, we will help you to find the strength and the resilience to live your life to the full.
We live in a high-tech age of internet, smartphones and iPads, and ironically, we spend less time talking than at any time in human history. Instagram, Snapchat and texting have replaced face-to-face conversations. Our communication seems to be very superficial. I mean, the whole point of chatting is to say what's on your mind. Nowadays, we don't have time to chat. We're too busy. In the past, people had a small number of close friends whom they could speak to, confide in, talk to for hours. Nowadays, we divide our time between a large number of friends. We have hundreds of virtual friends, but they don't really know anything about us. Sound bites have replaced meaningful face-to-face conversation, with the result that we cannot really talk about what's on our mind. Most mind problems are caused by the inability to talk. And the need to talk is vital if we are to maintain a healthy mind. But here's the problem. People who suffer from anxiety or depression stop talking. And when we are afraid, we don't want to talk. We become paralyzed and stuck in the moment. We need to get away from the idea that talking is a waste of time, that talking doesn't solve anything. Most problems are usually caused by a failure to think of solutions. Thinking keeps the mind healthy, just as walking keeps the body healthy. Talking is thinking out loud. Talking to a therapist forces you, or at least inspires you, to find words. You need to keep your mind active if you want to keep your mind healthy. At Remind, you will find the space to talk, and you can make new and better choices. We'll help you to do that. At Remind, we can guide you to the answers that you cannot find on your own. People who suffer from anxiety or depression end up repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Talk enables us to break the cycle of repetition that keeps us silent and isolated. If we don't understand our mistakes, we are condemned to repeat them. At Remind, we privilege the art of speaking, of talking, but most importantly, we listen.